Welcome to County Lines, where your life and government meet. This series is all about explaining the ins and outs of North Carolina county government. Each episode in this series will focus on a different facet of county government and give a behind-the-scenes look at the work done daily that impacts every North Carolinian. When we think of county services, we often think of the essential services that counties provide, such as law enforcement, public health, and public safety. But what about the services counties provide to ensure residents are thriving beyond their basic needs? Parks and Recreation is just that. We chatted with Brian Graham, Scotland County's Director of Parks and Recreation, to learn how county parks and recreation departments are managed and how they enhance their residents' quality of life. However, no one person can manage all the great services Parks and Recreation provides. It takes a team of talented staff members and good leadership.
Yeah, so here at Scotland County Parks and Recreation, obviously we are under the leadership of a county manager, which the county manager reports to the local county commissioners. Our department has several full-time staff members at numerous locations, at different community centers, as well as our local senior center. Have an athletic department. We have a recreation programs administrator who focuses primarily on family programming opportunities. Senior center director as well that focuses on senior programs, and then multiple staff at our local community centers.
Parks and Recreation is ever evolving and requires a keen eye on trends and demographics to make relevant programming for the community.
Yeah, so we're all public service professionals. You know, what we do is serve the citizens here in Scotland County, and that's something that we take a tremendous amount of pride in. You know, the programs that we put on are not for us as staff members, they're for the citizens. So a lot of public interaction, a lot of surveys, you know, being on site, hearing what people's concerns are, hearing the needs of the community, and then from that, you know, we build programs around it. People think about Parks and Recreation, they generally think about youth sports, they think about children. You know, but with our department, we put a huge emphasis on family programming, teenager programming, and senior citizens. And I say senior citizens because, you know, our local senior games is a huge program for seniors. You know, we always encourage seniors to continue that opportunity. You know, a lot of people are competitive, but that's a good social opportunity for senior citizens to come out and meet friends and to get out and exercise and take advantage of those opportunities that create those healthy relationships and even healthy initiatives. So, you know, our family programs are huge here. We take a lot of pride in doing that because, again, you know, when you think of Parks and Rec, you think of the youth sports, the basketball programs, the football programs, but you know what happens after a child's 12 years old? Do we forget about that? No, we want to continue to roll that success into multiple programs, you know, which include family opportunities and family functions as well. So, you know, we service anyone from a 3-year-old that's beginning to play soccer for the first time up to a 90-year-old that might need a ramp built onto their home at their house, or might need relief during these times of the year when they might not have a central heating and air conditioning system. You know, through partnership, we have opportunity to provide cooling units in houses as well. So, you know, our department is very diverse, and we take a lot of pride in that. You know, our programs kind of evolve. You know, right now, we actually created an esports program several years ago. You know, who would have thought Parks and Recreation would be in gaming? But, you know, when you think about, you know, colleges that have potential scholarship opportunities, you know, recreation is something for everyone, something that you do outside of work. So instead of rolling balls out into the gym, you know, we have a new population that needs services. So, you know, again, we hear the needs of the community and we develop programs based on their needs.
Providing great programming takes listening to the residents, but also paying attention to what other counties are doing successfully.
We constantly challenge ourselves as public service professionals to go to different opportunities throughout the states, to hear what other organizations are doing, just to see if there's something that would fit the need here in Scotland County. You know, just because we are a rural county doesn't mean we have to have rural thoughts. You know, Charlotte might be having something, a program that's successful there. We can replicate that. You know, there's no need to invent the wheel. Sometimes we just piggyback off of different organizations' successes and try them out here. If it doesn't work, hey, we can scrap it and go on to the next idea. But, you know, if we don't give it a chance, then who knows if we're going to be successful.
Funding is one of the major hurdles for the Parks and Recreation departments. But through effective communication with the Board of Commissioners and community partners, anything is possible.
A lot of what we do is partnership. You know, we have great local media here through newspaper and radio. But when we get recognized, we like to recognize other people. You know, we do a great job with working with our local sheriff's department, health department, DSS, you know, to highlight a lot of the programs that we offer, but also other organizations, our tourism department here in Scotland County, Chamber of Commerce, so many different organizations that we work with, you know, because partnership's power. When we partner with different organizations, we create power, we create equity for, you know, the different citizens here in Scotland County. So, you know, a lot of times Parks and Recreation might be on in the newspaper, but, you know, we like to deflect that attention to, you know, different partners. St. Andrews, a local university here. So many people that we deserve a lot of credit to, the local healthcare system, you know, who's provided grant opportunities for our parks and our renovations that we've had recently. So a lot of credit that's due to other people. We're just passionate about what we do, and you know, we're fortunate to be able to put smiles on people's faces through Parks and Recreation. A lot of challenges in a rural setting are always tied to finances, to dollars. You know, the programs that we run, we don't look to make profit off of anything. As long as we break even, that's fine. But there's a challenge with that. You know, we work off of a smaller budget. I mentioned before, you know, our capital budget for all of the parks in our system, which is around 9 to 10 parks, was $20,000 4 years ago. You know, and working with our local commissioners, we've increased that budget, and we've also enhanced every single park in Scotland County over the last 5 years. And that's around $750,000 in park improvements alone. And, you know, we've added community centers. $2.5 million project. Right now we're currently renovating an old school and turning that into a community center. Over $1.5 million in that right now. I think where the challenge lies, I think communication can supersede that. You know, communicate with your local state officials, local senators, local representatives, obviously our county commissioners, you know, just to get that support. You know, because I think when we're putting out a positive product, you know, they gain confidence in us, and they're willing to step outside of their boundaries to continue that growth.
Parks and Recreation enhances the quality of life of residents in many ways. And for the Parks and Recreation professionals in North Carolina, it's more than just a job.
You know, I would say that, I mean, we as public service professionals, we take a tremendous amount of pride in what we do. You know, we come to work every day to put smiles on people's faces. And a lot of times it's hard to measure that. You know, it's hard to measure quality of life initiatives. You know, a lot of local leaders and statewide leaders want to see numbers. They want to break down numbers. But what we do is come to work every single day and take each citizen here in Scotland County. You know, we take their situations and throw it out the window. We want to enhance the quality of life for them. So, you know, we love what we do. We serve the public, and it takes a special person to do that. You know, this isn't a job for the people that work in Scotland County Parks and Recreation. It's our passion. It's what we do, and it's what we enjoy doing. So, yeah, we take a lot of pride in that.
Thanks for watching this episode of County Lines.